Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This is one of these bittersweet videos where, yeah, I'm going to announce that, hey, I got Gwenpool, isn't that fantastic? But at the same time, I'm not overly impressed with the extent of grind that I've had to do to get it. So, here it is, 1% to 10%. This was a 7.5 mil grind in order to get this character. Now she did end up going for 6.2 mil, which is still quite high by any kind of standards in Marvel Contest of Champions. To give you a perspective of this, I started this grind obviously on Thursday night, as we all do, around 6 PM. I then grinded out for an hour. I was using plenty of the boost still left over from the compensation, the Android compensation. As of now, I'm using a iPhone 7 Plus in order to do my gameplay within the game and running with that in Elgato. But the core hard facts remain that the loading times are incredibly faster due to game optimization on an iPhone device. A lot of the Marvel Contest of Champions YouTubers use iPhone-based products or Apple-based products or iOS-based products or whatever you want to call it. And that seems to be the way that I'd say you have to go for certain aspects of a quick grind within the game to get the loading times just stripped down, because Android gets a bit of a screw job, and I do like saying that at the moment, a bit of a screw job with regards to pacing, and that is such a really delicate issue. And that is not to say that I have deserted my Android based playing, because I do go by Android as being, it's my favorite kind of like product to use. iPhone is just about the gaming and the loading times. You know, any game is loaded quicker. So the grind was quicker. 7.5 mil was a good part of my weekend. I won't be doing it again. I was getting a pain in my neck. I was also not feeling I was getting enough. I did a break actually and have like go to a family barbecue, and that was for 5 hours. So I could have finished this off a bit quicker. However though, hey, you know, I got it, and it is, like I said, a bit bittersweet. I don't really know what to say with this. I do feel that there's not much that can be done, as I get these stupid things pop up saying, hey, well done. Oh yeah, 4-star champion collected a 4. Whatever. Don't know why it's just doing this. It's probably because I've just gone into the iPhone and these achievements are here. But Dorky Diggity Dave put in 7.8 mil. Yeet put in 7.1 mil. I put in 7.5 mil. I've seen a few others putting about 7 mil. And a lot of people do ask the questions with regards to, do I have a responsibility as an MTSC YouTuber to affect the scores that we kind of, well, we advise or gets put out? And the core hard facts are, you can get in the pool, you can do a lot of things in the game that then you try to project on YouTube and try and tell people, hey, let's try and shoot for 4 million, everyone on 4 million. And the cold hard facts are, there's only a small audience that, of the 1 million player base that play daily, I would say, that really see Marvel Contest of Champions YouTubers. If you consider all the top MTC YouTubers, a combined, you know, if you combine them all together, we've probably got close to a subscription base of maybe just over 120,000. If you consider a lot of the people that watch me, more than likely will watch Dave, Seaton, Yeet, you know, Resident if he was here. You know, loads of other different Marvel Contest of Champions YouTubers are just like not completely covered by the community. So that's where you kind of look to things like the forum, but the forum isn't massively taken up, and you could say of a chunk of that, we again would only have about 150,000 subscriber or 150,000 people actually watching those elements to get an idea that we should be putting in a lower score. The fundamental problems are largely with kabam and communication, and it's like there's no key factor or key person that can make a huge change within this. It is a case of trying to bring more people to the platform of YouTube or bring them to a platform somewhere else. We also have to consider the fact that if there is 1 million people playing each day, then how much of those people are just completely ignorant to other aspects that's going on with the game? Do they just log in, play, and that's it? Does that mean as well that there's a different nationalities, like maybe the Chinese community don't want to or can't see the YouTube stuff going on, so don't know about getting the pool? So I think it's largely a case of, do we use global chat in order to get people to understand where we should be putting in a lower score whatsoever? It's going to take a while for people to sink this in. The only other way to kind of sort this out is to have more arenas, and lower that then encourages lower cutoffs. Because when we started putting in the featured arena and the basic arena, the idea was to bring down those scores, and it did for a time, but then it didn't work as a point of now. If characters are going for 6 mil in one and then going for 17 mil if they're featured, oh man, it is quite a difficult one. So maybe what they should do is run 2 basic of 4 stars and the 1 featured, or maybe do 2 of the featured, or maybe even introduce a 5-star featured arena, a 4-star featured arena, a 5-star basic arena, and 4-star basic. So it's like we've got 4 arenas running where you potentially could pick up 2 4 stars, 2 5 stars. You know, it's just like it puts people's agendas in a different way. Likewise, if you did a 5-star arena, you could then put the winning, or kind of or the 1 to 10% being or the lower than that 11% being a 4-star that you win. So that would be quite cool, another element to that. So hopefully in the future we could just say to Kabam, why can't you look at this as a potential option? I don't know, it's just me spitballing ideas. If you've got an idea, then please put it in the comment section below. Maybe we can get these together and thrust them to Kabam. Maybe we'll do a post, and in an MCSE news I'll ask people to support it, bump it, and get that kind of conversation going with Kabam. But it's a very, very difficult position we're in. The social aspect, the community aspect, the communication is so utterly, I'd say it's inconsistent. We don't have these main lines of communication. People think that we do, but we don't. If we look at MCSE Truckers, and he's got a base of 100,000 people to kind of like talk to, that could be a good way of starting off with the Spanish community and a general communication, because it's a harder hitting and it's more specific. So we could start that argument on there. So maybe Truckers, if you're watching, and I will catch you up on Facebook, my friend, to do something where we can start a well-rounded communication. So there's lots of things that we can be doing. I just think that we need to broaden our way of getting in the pool, so to speak. So hopefully we can start that off and get some real changes going. So viva la revolution! And yeah, so I got her, but it's bittersweet. But I will be taking her up further, so we'll see in a future video. Sorry for the rant, but hey, I did it in a nice way. I didn't get overly passionate and angry, but I'll catch you on the flip side. Remember to like, subscribe, and support the channel. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye.